This is Irontrader, and this is the last call of the day. So we'll take a look here at the indexes. We'll take a look here at crude oil, WTI and Brent, and natural gas, and we'll look at some stocks here. Applied Materials, which earnings are coming out tomorrow. We'll take a look here at NVDA, and then we'll take a look here at that stock that is just on fire here today, which is SPCX. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas, along with the EIA report for crude oil. This video is for information from facility on the recommendation to buy selling stock by TTF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, there's WTI, and there's Brent. Now, these are just daily charts. There's really no sense putting the weekly on here. There really wasn't a whole lot of action. Now, T-Man came out there today, and he said he's in control of the Straits of Hormuz, which basically is going to keep a cap on crude oil. You can see it's down like 18 cents, okay? Now, Iran is totally, not in agreement with that. But again, it's all based on the news here and, a tweet here or a post there, and that's exactly what's going to be going on here, okay? So, here we are, okay? This is what we're looking for right here. That's your downside action is 82.30. You can see where we're holding at, and we have an inside day off of this indecision candle we had yesterday, okay? So that's what we're looking for. Now, if we lose that, we're going to go right to the bottom to yesterday's candle at 81.27. Then we have your 50-day at 80.09. We have the 8-day there at 79.26. We're coming out to the bottom of this candle here, 77.79, and then 76.58. There's your 200-day, and then your retest down there at 74.24. Those are all your key support levels. Now, upside, well, we got to get right here, 84.61. So all you had to do is look right to the left of the chart here, 84.60. So he came in within 1 penny. See how nice that works there? Okay. Now, if we keep rolling up here at 85.03 level, what do you got there? 85.57, 85.94, and then we'll come up here at 86.87. Now, if we can crack above that, then 88.82, that's going to be your target. We move above that, your retest is at 93.50. Now, we were looking at that 93.50. We were just looking at the left of the chart here. He had 93.64, so he came within 14 cents. Now, if it cracks above that right there, 95.47, and right there at 97 flat, those would be your upside targets if we start rallying up here. But right now here, we're just kind of like in limbo. There's really nothing one way or the other. So if you're trading this, it's very, very small scalp situation. Now, UCO was a really good trade there today. But again, I'm not looking for much because everything is based on the news. Now, 53, this is looking good. Sideways action here. This is looking very good. The green went over your red. So we do have that upside momentum. The key is we have to start clearing this level at that 84.61 level, and we have to clear this level here, 86.87, before we can get right down to that 88.82 level. Now, here on Brent, same scenario here. This is what we're watching. 87.71, that is your 21-day, and then we'll come right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 86.73. Then we have 84.30, that's your 8-day and your key 50-day. Then we go right below that candle. We have 83.34, and then 81.27. That is your 200-day, and then 78.13. That is your big retest. Okay. Now upside, we're looking for here on yesterday's high, 90.03. Today we made this high of 90.07, so you're sitting right there. But this is what we're really looking for right here is 90.24. We have to get above that, 93.68. That's your target. Then we look right to the bottom of that candle, 95.14. There's your gap fill. And then we can venture all the way up here to this 102 level. Now we start cracking above all that there. We have nice big targets all the way up here at 106 level. We have 109 level. We come all the way up here at that 112 and then 115 level. Now, same thing here, sideways action. The green is still over your red. Just doesn't really have a direction right now because we had that indecision candle yesterday. And the same thing going on today. Traders just don't know what the hell to do because they don't want to get stuck up here if T-Man happens to come off with a deal or something like that. But this is all news related, tweet related. Anything in that order, anything that comes out here is going to move the crude oil. Okay, let's take a look at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now you can see natural gas is finally getting off the ocean night here. Okay, what are we at? We're above that 21-day and above that 8-day now. Looking very, very good. And we have a series of higher highs here. Looking very, very good. So downside, this is your key support, 279. Okay, and we'll come down to today's low, 274. And then we're looking for that 8-day at 272. Right below that, what do you got? You got 270. We have 266. Okay, we have 263 and retest 261. But this looks like here, like we're trying to break that downtrend and start going up higher. Now, today, what do? We made it up to all the way up to that 283. Why did it stop there? All you have to do is look at the gap here. What do you have? 283. Okay, see how simple that is? 283, 283. Now, if it keeps right on below, we want to look for the gap fill at 285.9. We'll come down to the bottom there and looking at 290. And then we're going to be looking at this 293 level. We get above that. We have right here 299. and then we have that 3 mark, okay? So that's is going to be your upside. Now, on a weekly basis here, you basically, you got a lot of resistance right at that basically 293, same as the 100 SMA here. And as I say, if you can get above that, you got that 310. We have that 336 level. Then we come up here to this 339 level, okay? But let's just trade on the daily chart here. We always want to watch the weekly here, especially all the way down by Friday. Now, this is here looking good. This is here sideways action. This is looking good, and this is looking good with the positive divergence. See how we have a low, lower low, low, higher low. Positive divergence working out very, very nicely. Now, downside, I say just watch when those futures open. We got to hold that 279. If not, we could retest this 272 very, very easily. Okay. Upside here, we're right into the gap right now. That's why I always point out these gaps in this fill, because that's exactly where we went today, right at that 283 level. Then next, I say, watch for that gap fill. That's going to be very, very key. And then right there, 290 and then 293 level here. So bottom line to me today was just a really nice, good scalp in the UNG. And I'm going to see how the futures open here. If it keeps on going up here, when we start breaking above this 283 level, then I'll jump right back into the trade. Now remember, and go take up to this the 100-day at roughly 293 level. Now remember, UNG, and for the long, KLD for the short, you can trade these 24/6 from Sunday night, 8 o'clock, all the way to Friday night. Okay, let's take a look here at applied materials. Okay, here we have applied materials. Now this here, the earnings are coming out here tomorrow there after the close on the 13th here, okay? So you can see here we came all the way down here. We never even made it down to the 200 SMA here. But we have a couple really big time resistant levels here, okay? Number one is 557.94. That is your 50-day. And we have right here 562.11. That is your 8-day, which is still, it's curling, but it's still looking good, okay? See, once that 8-day crosses above that 21-day, you can see, look how nice that it held it the whole way, okay? Then when she came down, what did it do? Yeah, it went below the 21-day, but it always closed back above here. Now we're going to be fighting that situation at 562, but watch the 50-day first at 557. Now, if we get above that, all we do is just bring this candle right across here. What do you got? You got 576.49. We'll come up here to 591, and then we have this 611. Then we can come right all the way up here. What do we got? You got 629.98, and we look to the left of the chart here, 638 level, march it right on up. 669, and then we come up there, 693, and then your big retest at 739 level. Now, here on the downside, you can see where the 8-day crossed that 21-day. Very, very nice. So now it's going to be your support level, 533, and then we have 529, okay? Now, if we start losing that area, well, we come down and retest this 21-day at 484. Then we have 478 and a big retest down here, 436. You lose that, we got the 200-day sitting right there at 385, okay? So, again, this chart is looking very good. 52, plenty of room to run. The green is over your red now. That downtrend is broken, okay? You can see where the downtrend is broken. The key is you have to get back above that 50-day, and we have to get it back above this 8-day in order for this to go higher. Now, you can see here, really overbought condition. Now, it comes down. Now, you're only at 63. The green crossed over your red. So, you have to wait and see what the heck the earnings are, and basically, and what the reaction is to it. Okay, let's take a look here now, NVIDIA. Okay, here we have NVIDIA, and I'm long NVIDIA. Reason being is right here. Okay, what do we hit? Okay, we went to the bottom of this candle right there, okay, at 189.80. Okay, we retested it at 190. Okay, boom. Double bottom, I'm in. Okay, now the earnings are coming out on the 26th, so I'm expecting a retest of this 236 level. Okay, so we look here at this old daily chart here. What we're looking for, you can see how strong right there, 224.76. Okay, hit it, and hit it again today, but we got to get above it. You got to close above it. Okay, so at 224.76, this is the key level here now. So if we get above that, then we'll be looking right here, looking at 227.40. We're going to be looking at 232.28, and then your retest at 236.54. Now, when you break through this 236.54, you're going to head right for that 250 level, and this could actually have a parabolic run finally. But if you look at all these earnings, okay, so you look at this earning here, what happened? Boom, popped up, sold right on down. This earning here, popped up, sold right on down. Look at this earning here, popped up, sold right on down. Okay, so again, the odds of this thing here popping up here towards that number and then popping right back again are very, very steep. So how I trade this is I'm already long the trade, and I'm also trading it. So on the day of the 26th, I will sell half of the NVIDIA trade. Okay, I'll sell half on the day, and I'll wait and see what happens after hours. If it does another pop and drop situation, okay, like we had here, and come right back down again, then I will be stopped out of that position and we'll look to buy it lower, just like we bought it right here at this double bottom. But again, eventually now, even though we have this here where we just pop and drop, pop and drop, and pop and drop, eventually this is not going to pop and drop. And this is going to blow right through those. And this is going to run like you just can't believe. So just always remember that. I always have a long position on, and I'm trading it, and I'm also profiting from the situation. 62, very, very easy run here. Green over red looking very, very good. Look at this upside trend here. Bottom left, upper right, she's a Butte Clark. Look at that all the way up here. And we're looking to tag that 236.54 before that number, okay? Which is coming out on the 26th. Again, so now on the downside here, well, you're always watching this downside here. So you want to watch that 217 area here, okay? We want to watch the top of this kill. It's like top of this candle, that's a gap fill. At 213, we want to watch your 21-day here. We want to watch that 50 SMA here, and then the 100-day, and then we have a 200-day. Then you have obviously you have your retest. Now, here on a weekly basis, you got the 8-day. We're sitting there at 207. 21-day, you're sitting at 204, and then we have 291. So you have a lot of really good support levels here. Right now, here, your price is above all your simple moving averages, price above all simple moving averages on a daily. This looks to that it's going to go higher. So I'm looking here to break this 224.76 here and head for that 236.54. And then we have to see what the reaction is once we get there, okay? So really when you put like on a weekly chart here, all these blue lines out here are just price channels, and all they are just tops and bottoms of candles. Makes life very easy. So you look at this and say, wow, is this going to double top? Is this going to crack through? What's going to happen here? Look how easy that is to trade this. Alrighty, let's take a look here now at SPCX. Okay, here we have SPCX. Here's the actual, okay, stock. And here's an ETF that I found, and I have really been trading this. Now, this is a 2 times leveraged, okay? So you can see here, look at this, how much you're up there, okay? So this is just a really good trade, okay? So this is up 11% today, okay, on the old SPCX. What is this up? 22%, okay? 2 times leverage, okay? Now, if you don't trade leverage funds here, go into it slow, okay? So I started working my way in here. Now, I'm still taking a smaller position. I'm only trading 5,000 shares of this here, okay? So that's, for me, that's a smaller position, okay? But again, this is really working out very nice. Now, you always want to put SPCX here, put them side by side, and you always want to trade off of that. Now, the charts are getting a little bit better. I'm going to show you some little more SPCX charts here in a little bit, okay? But here's what we got here, okay? So today we hit this high of 148.91, okay? So what we're looking for next here, just go right to the left of the chart, is 150.57, and then we're going to be looking up here, okay, at that 153.50. Then we're going to be looking right here at 159.30, okay? And then we can jump right up there, 162.16, and then we can come up here, 167.90, and then we can come all the way up here at 172.40. Now, we start cracking above that 172.40 level. Then we're going to be looking right here. You got 176.59 level. We can come down to the bottom here, 213. We'll come up there at, what do we have here? I mean, what am I looking? Oh, sorry about that. 187, and then we'll come up here at that 190 level, and then we can come all the way up here, 213, and then their big retest, 225.64, okay? So right now, this chart, you can see, obviously, they're not really what you call built out, okay? But again, use it for however you can, okay? So all you want to do is say what a resistance are, is just look to the tops of these candles here. That's where your targets, your upside targets are going to be, okay? So right now you can see where the 8-day crossed over that 21-day, looking very nice. So on the downside here, you want to watch that roughly 140 level, okay? Then we want to watch right here at that 134, and then we want to watch that 8-day 127, and then we want to watch 121.98. Now this is here looking very good. This is looking good. Okay, so when we look at this chart here, okay, the leverage ETF, you always want to say trade off the SPCX thing. So you say, well, if this goes here, where's this going to go? Well, then all you have to do is do the exact same thing. Okay, so right there you got 1407 level. Okay, we got 1558, and we have 1625, and just mark it up 1759 level. Okay, we have 1831, we have 1956, and we come right to the top of that candle at 2092. Okay, so if this SPCX hits right here at 172, okay, this is going to hit right there at 2092. Okay, see how nice that works here? Very easy, very thing. So again, this is a 2 times leverage. Now, the only thing I don't like about it is it only trades during the day, okay, from 9:30 till 4. You can't trade this anytime after hours as of yet. Okay, but eventually you probably will. So again, I am long SpaceX. Reason being, I am long this after this downtrend below that 50-day for a couple of reasons. We hit 104.83. We retested it right here, okay, at 105.11. Now, this is the day where the lockup, 20% of the lockup, expired. It came down and it still held this 104.83 level, okay? Look at that. See where it came right on down here? You hit 105.11. I'm in at roughly, I think, 105.50. I'm just about right there kind of a situation, okay? Because we had this double bottom. Okay, so when this rallied up, went right to that 21-day, sold right down, okay, came down to 106 level, and then we came down. But this was the tell right here on this day. When you got a 20% lockup that could be sold and the stock rallies, okay, that's a tell right there. It says, man, this is going higher. So I am in, okay, 105.50. So I am long SpaceX. Okay, I'm also trading it, but I'm also trading this because this has got the juice. Okay, but again, I'm only small in here. Okay, only 5,000 shares I'm trading because I gotta get it where I trust the whole situation. Okay, because a lot of times ETFs, they rebalance at the end of the day, and it's not really a true number. That's why you always want to put the actual commodity on the left. Okay, I'm going to show you some other SpaceX charts right now. Okay, so if you're trading this here I got a tick chart going here. I got a 4-hour chart, I got a 1-hour chart, and I got a 15-minute chart. Okay, now also on my other set of charts there, okay, I got a 1-minute and a 5-minute, okay, and a 30-minute chart, okay, and a daily chart. Okay, so I have 2 sets of charts. But remember, in my office, I got 2 PCs and I got 10 screens going. Okay, so all I have to do is just look up. But I just want to show you here. Look at this nice, good uptrend that we have here on the tick chart. Every time it comes down to that 50-day, look how nice it held us. So even if this comes down here to that 146, this could be a good buying opportunity again. Now you can see here how we're just breaking right on out here, and all you have to do is just follow these right across here, and those are all your resistance levels till we get right back up there. Now, here we have that 148. You can see here, there was that double bottom situation, okay? So when you say, oh, I got these on the chart here, you look at the 104 and then you wait for that retest. And there was that retest right there. Okay, so you wait for that, you wait for that, you wait for that until you can say, boom, okay? On that day of selling, a day of lockup that expired and the stock went up here, that's a huge, huge tell. So this is easy way that you want to trade it, but always watch a daily chart. It's not really built out yet. It's going to take at least a good half a year here for that thing to get built out fully. But again, you can still use it. Just follow the candlesticks. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, natural gas is going to come out tomorrow at 10:30. But tomorrow, remember, PPI number. Okay, that is going to be very, very key. Now, the CPI number came out there today, and it actually wasn't really that bad. You can see where the market rallied up. It didn't really hate it because what it is they're looking at, hey, if we get a massive inflation, then they're going to start raising rates. This is kind of came in not that bad. So I think what they're looking for is they're not going to cut rates, but they're not going to raise rates kind of situation. But the producer price index could be a big turn tomorrow. So watch it at 8:30. All right, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.